From the shadows of heartbreak to the spotlight of stardom, this is the story of a boy who turned pain into purpose. Alex Warren's journey isn't just about fame. It's about survival, grit, and the courage to keep dreaming even when the world turns its back on you. This is how a homeless teenager rose to become a global star. 1. Early life and family tragedy. Before the world knew his name, before the millions of followers and charting songs, Alex Warren was just a boy from Carlsbad, California. A boy growing up in a home that would shape his future through pain and perseverance. Born on September 18, 2000, Alex's childhood was far from ordinary. While his classmates were busy playing games and dreaming carefree dreams, Alex was learning about the harshness of life at an early age. One of the most defining moments of his young life came when he lost his father to cancer. Alex was only 9 years old. The man who was his rock, his role model, and his biggest source of comfort was suddenly gone. The absence left a void that would never fully be filled, and the grief would become a permanent part of his identity. This early loss wasn't just emotional, it was transformative. With his father gone, Alex was left in the care of his mother, who struggled deeply with alcoholism. What should have been a refuge turned into a place of instability and fear.
Yeah, I think the biggest thing is once he died, I don't know. I didn't really think much of it. My mom at the time was an alcoholic, so like she wasn't really present for my life. So I think just not having parents became really normal for me really quickly.
2. Abuse and homelessness. Living with an alcoholic parent is hard, but for Alex it was more than just difficult, it was traumatic. His mother's addiction often led to abusive behavior, creating a toxic and dangerous environment at home. Arguments, neglect, and emotional turmoil became a regular part of his life. Eventually, things reached a breaking point. His mother kicked him out of the house, a teenager with nowhere to go, no money, and no one to turn to. Alex found himself completely alone. Homeless and heartbroken, he had to survive in a world that had shown him little mercy. He lived in friends' cars, on couches, and in places no young person should ever have to call home. Nights were spent wondering where he'd sleep, where his next meal would come from, or if things would ever get better. This chapter of Alex's life is one that he doesn't shy away from, because it made him who he is. It taught him resilience. It taught him to fight. 3. Surviving the streets. For most, homelessness is the end of the road, but for Alex, it was the beginning of a powerful transformation. In those darkest moments, he found a spark of hope, a reason to keep going. That reason came in the form of a dream. Alex had always loved making people laugh. He had a natural charisma, a sense of humor, and an unfiltered honesty that made him relatable. Even when he had nothing, he had his creativity, and that would become his salvation. Armed with a phone, a few friends, and a drive to make something of himself, Alex began posting content online. At first it was small, short skits, vlogs, anything to connect with others and distract himself from his reality. But his talent was undeniable. Slowly, people began to notice. When TikTok exploded onto the scene, Alex was ready. His mix of comedy, storytelling, and authenticity quickly gained traction. What set him apart wasn't just the content, it was the raw, real way he told his story. Fans connected with him not just because he was funny, but because he was honest. He wasn't pretending to be someone else. He was a kid who had been through hell and was using his platform to rise above it. Within months, Alex's following skyrocketed. He became one of the app's biggest stars, amassing millions of followers and becoming a household name among Gen Z audiences. But he didn't stop there. YouTube came next. Longer videos, deeper TikTok stories, breakthrough, and more chances to show the world who he really was. He moved into the iconic Hype House in Los Angeles, collaborating with other internet stars and taking his career to the next level. But even amidst the fame, Alex never forgot where he came from. His past wasn't something he ran from. It was something he embraced. 5. Turning pain into music. As his platform grew, so did his ambitions. Alex wasn't just an influencer, he was an artist, and the pain he had buried for years found a new outlet. Music. He began writing songs that reflected his journey. Songs about love, loss, abandonment, and hope. Every lyric was a piece of his soul, every melody a cry from the heart. And once again, people listened. His music wasn't just popular, it was powerful. It gave a voice to those who had suffered silently. It told stories that others were too afraid to share. With each release, Alex solidified his place not just as a content creator, but as a serious, deeply emotional singer-songwriter. His single, One More I Love You, inspired by his relationship with his late father, struck a chord with fans across the globe. It was raw, emotional, and deeply personal.
Nothing in this world, nothing in this world I wouldn't do to say one more I love you.
And it proved that Alex Warren wasn't just a TikTok star, he was a storyteller. 6. Global recognition. Today, Alex Warren is a name recognized around the world. His journey from homeless teen to global icon is nothing short of extraordinary. He has millions of fans across multiple platforms, a successful music career, and a story that continues to inspire. He's appeared on major media outlets, performed live in front of massive audiences, and used his influence to advocate for mental health awareness and support for struggling youth. His transformation is not just about fame, it's about purpose. For every young person who feels hopeless, for every teen who's ever been kicked out, for every kid who's lost a parent. Alex Warren stands as proof that it gets better, that with grit, passion, and a refusal to give up, anything is possible. 7. Legacy and message. Alex Warren's story is more than just a rags to riches tale. It's a message of hope, a testament to what can happen when you choose not to be defined by your circumstances. He's not just building a brand, he's building a legacy, one that says you can survive the worst and still create something beautiful. That trauma can fuel creativity. That pain can become purpose. In interviews and public appearances, Alex often speaks candidly about his struggles. He doesn't glamorize them. He honors them because he knows that someone out there is going through the same thing. And if his story can help even one person keep going, then it's all been worth it. From the streets of Carlsbad to the stages of the world, Alex Warren has lived a life few could imagine. But in every step of his journey, from broken to brilliant, he's shown that no matter how dark your past, your future can still shine. Alex Warren didn't just chase fame, he chased healing. And in the process, he lit the way for millions more. His journey proves that no matter where you come from, your story's far from over. Because sometimes the people who've been through the most end up giving the most back.